This movie is about this super weird cult. They live completely off the grid, like way out in the middle of nowhere, totally cut off from everything. And get this, there's only one dude, this guy named Shepard, and everyone else is a woman. He's like the leader of the whole thing. The group is split in two. You have the wives who wear these pink dresses, and then you have the daughters who all wear blue. And here's the messed up part. Shepard is the husband to all the wives and the father to all the daughters. Super creepy, right? These women totally worship him. They call him their creator and think he's basically a god. The story is that he found each of them when their lives were a total disaster and he saved them, so now they do literally anything he says. Their whole life is super simple. No technology, no connection to the outside world. If you get sick, too bad, no doctors. And Shepard has all these crazy rules. Here's a big one. If a woman gets her period, she's considered impure and has to go live in this separate hut all by herself until it's over. Total isolation. They're all convinced this guy can give them eternal life. Okay, so our main girl is Selah. She's one of the daughters, and she's totally Shepard's favorite. He thinks she's special and pure or whatever. Her mom died when she was born, and whenever Selah asks about her, Shepard gets all mysterious and is just like, "Oh, she was beautiful, just like you." He never gives a real answer. And one last thing, there are these two other women who are kept locked up in a cabin totally separate from everyone else. No one knows what their deal is.
Okay, so about those two women locked up, turns out one is super sick and Shepard calls her cursed. The other one, this lady Syra, is impure because she broke some of Shepard's rules. So everyone treats Syra like she's poison. They give her food, but that's it. She's not allowed to hang out, and everyone, even Selah, totally hates her. Then, one day, Selah's out with the sheep, and bam, she gets her period for the first time. And she completely freaks out. She has no idea what's happening. She gets so scared that she actually kills one of the sheep. Total panic move. Then she lies about it, saying some dogs got it or whatever, and Shepard is just like, okay, no biggie, and forgives her just like that. But then, surprise, the cops show up. They tell Shepard he and his whole crew have to get out of there, where they're all going to jail. So Shepard gets all dramatic and tells everyone, the world won't leave us alone, we have to find a new home. And all the other women are actually excited like it's a big adventure. But Selah, she's not so sure. So they pack up all their stuff and start walking. It's this whole long journey. And at night, Selah starts having these really scary dreams about Shepard. She's getting this really bad feeling that something is seriously wrong. On their trip, they find this old empty house. It's freezing cold outside, and they totally need a place to stay. But Shepard refuses. He's like, no way. This is a place for regular people, and we're special. We can't be like them. So they end up camping outside in the cold instead. What a guy. But then, one of her sisters figures out Selah's been hiding her period. And of course, she tells everyone. So Shepard orders her to go stay with Syra, the impure one. She's officially an outcast now. And this is where it gets good. Syra starts talking to Selah and spills the beans about everything. She's like, listen, about your mom. It turns out after Selah was born, her mom got this really bad infection. She needed a doctor like immediately. But because of Shepard, he wouldn't let her go to a hospital because of his stupid rules. And because of him, she died.
Selah's like, so why are you still here? Why didn't you just leave? And Syra's basically like, dude, this is all I know. I have nowhere else to go. But you can tell she absolutely hates Shepard. The whole reason he locked her up was so she couldn't tell everyone he's a total fraud. And just like that, it clicks for Selah. She starts hating Shepard too, but she has to play it cool because all the other girls still think he's some kind of god. So they keep walking for days and days, and Shepard keeps promising them heaven and eternal life. Then, total disaster, one of the wives, a woman named Adriel, goes into labor. It's the worst possible time and place. The other women try to help, but right after she gives birth, she dies. Everyone's super sad, but Shepard, he couldn't care less. They just burn her body, and Selah finally snaps. She gets right in his face and is like, this is all your fault. You killed her. And get this, the baby was a boy. Shepard's #1 rule is that he's the only guy allowed. So he just tells them to leave the baby in the wilderness to die. But Syra, the impure one, is like, no way. She decides to stay behind and take care of the kid. Before Selah leaves, Syra tells her, you're the strong one now. You have to open your sister's eyes to what's really going on. At this point, everyone is exhausted and losing hope. One of the daughters finally asks, are you sure we're even going the right way? And Shepard totally loses it. He beats her up right in front of everybody, screaming at her not to question him. And nobody does a thing to help her. After what feels like forever, they finally get to this beautiful empty piece of land. Shepard's all proud and is like, see, I brought you to heaven. The first thing he does is take all the daughters to a lake to purify them. Then he tells all the wives, the mothers, that he has a special gift for them, eternal life. They have no idea what's coming. Later, he calls Selah to his tent for this super creepy one-on-one chat. Then, in the middle of the night, he takes all the wives down to the lake, and he drowns every single one of them. The next morning, the daughters wake up, and all their moms are just gone. They run down to the lake and find all their mother's pink dresses folded up on the shore. They totally freak out and run to Shepard. He's just sitting there, calm as anything, and he's like, I gave them eternal life. And then he drops the biggest bomb yet. Now it's your turn. You're all my wives now. And Scylla, you'll be my favorite. But Scylla looks him dead in the eye and just says, no, she's not having it. He slaps her hard across the face, but then she slaps him right back. Then bam! The movie cuts to the cops finding all the bodies in the lake, and they also find Shepard's body beaten to a pulp. It's obvious what happened. Scylla and her sisters finally fought back and killed him. They all ganged up on him. So in the end, the sisters are finally free, living life on their own terms. That psycho tyrant got exactly what was coming to him, killed by the very people he tortured. And that's how the story ends.